Hey, Mike Swanson here. I want to show you in a moment my top 5 stock picks for the Nasdaq 100. We're in a very narrow stock market rally that really began in May. The Nasdaq obviously is outperforming the Dow and the S&P 500, but it's really a small number of stocks inside the Nasdaq leading the move. Now, we could easily see a pause this week, but that trend of the Nasdaq outperforming is likely to continue into July and into the next round of earnings reports. People want stock picks. Everyone is very bullish on the market now, but most stocks aren't, on an individual basis, most stocks aren't really doing that great. So we got to be very focused for short-term picks, and that's what I'm going to show you. So if I was going to look for the best stocks for the next 6 weeks, I got to put this one at the top of the list. This is Marriott International. This is the Nasdaq 100. As you see, it's consolidating in a simple triangle pattern. But look at the indicator below. This is the on-balance volume indicator. It actually broke out already on Friday, and I think that suggests that price is likely to follow. What that indicator on the bottom does is it's a running total of the volume on up days for the stock subtracted by the volume on the down days. So when this indicator is trending up, it means there's more volume on up days than down days, and this indicator broke out ahead of price. And I think that's a good indication the stock's likely to break out too in the coming weeks and go back up to the high, most likely even higher. And it's a simple pattern to buy into. You can put a stop loss below 135, in fact. So right now, this is the easiest pattern to buy into. Another stock that looks likely to bounce or rally over the next couple weeks, but isn't in as great of a position because, as you see, the unbounced volume is trending down, is Alexion Pharmaceuticals. That stock is likely to break the downtrend line, resistance around 123, and then shoot up to the 61% retracement point of the move at 131. So this is good for a trade, basically, and that's kind of the market we're in at the moment. Another stock in a similar situation, I took off those retracement patterns to make it look a lot more easier to understand, is Schein. Very simple pause here last week with resistance at 74, support at 72. We popped through 74. We're likely to see this stock pop up into the 78 to 80 range into July for a nice short-term move. The next stock that's already making a shift up is Cognizant Technology. Unbalanced volume turned up last week, but price also turned up, and this stock is accelerating up, probably going to shoot up into the 84 to 85 range. This is the type of action that's going to attract trading robots. Even if the Nasdaq pauses next week, this stock can go up higher. And finally, I'm going to mention Google. Google is, of course, one of the top performing stocks over the past couple of years in the Nasdaq. It was lagging briefly in March, and now is kind of firmed up over the past couple of weeks and is near its high. So it's likely to go up to 1180, probably pop into the July earnings season. It can be bought with a stop loss placed below the June low, and so this is a stock to watch. If we get a weakness for a day or two or whatnot in the Nasdaq following the Friday drop, is something to look for buying on a dip. So these are some stocks you might want to consider for the next couple of weeks if you are interested in playing the rally in the markets. You've got to ignore stocks that might be impacted by the negative news that's the trade policies impacting negatively companies like Boeing, but these tech stocks aren't really impacted by that news story, and that might be one reason money is shifting into them. So we'll be talking with you later and giving you more email updates.